If there's one shot that I get asked about a lot during lessons, it's, Pete, how am I going to hit these long irons of mine? I'm hitting my driver nicely off the tee because it's teed up and it's got a nice big club head, and I can chip and I can pitch and I can putt, Pete, but I just can't hit these long irons. My answer is often to these golfers, well, don't. Stop hitting your long irons. Hit something different. Hit something that's a bit easier to hit. Hit something that's designed with the high to mid handicapper in mind that's going to help you get the ball in the air. So I offer them a hybrid golf club. Now, a hybrid golf club is exactly that. It's a hybrid. It's a halfway between an iron and a wood. So it sits with a relatively short shaft in relation to a wood, but it sits with a much bigger head than a traditional iron. Now, that head, when most people look down on it, they go, well, that gives me a bit more confidence. That's a bigger head to aim for. That looks like it's going to be easier to strike out the middle. And then when they do hit it, they appreciate that there's a lot of weight here, a lot of weight that's low and deep, placed down at the bottom of the golf club. And that's going to be designed to help them get the ball in the air. Because if that weight gets below the equator of the golf ball, this ball's going to rise up really nicely. So the club I've got to have a hit with today is the Thomas Golf AT705. Now, this is a classic pear-shaped design, so it's got a nice curved back to it. It's actually the 5 hybrid. But the hybrid clubs they make from every different range. They make right from a 2 all the way up to a 14. So any loft that you want to replace in your bag, any iron that you're not comfortable with, they make a hybrid club that would fit into that range for you. So a lot of golfers struggle with their long irons initially, their 3 and 4 irons, so they put a hybrid club in there. Then they realise the 6 iron's not really behaving, or the 5 iron's not really behaving. Well, I'll put a hybrid in there as well. So here's the 5 hybrid that I've got. So as I set up to this now, I'm going to play this ball first from the ground and then from a small tee peg. Because don't forget, you could always use a hybrid club on a par 3 as well, or even a short par 4 where accuracy is the premium. If I'm playing this ball straight from the turf, I'm going to play it just slightly ahead of centre. So it gives me an opportunity to hit down nicely on the ball, deliver the weight of this golf club underneath the ball. But because there's plenty of loft, don't forget this is a 5, plenty of loft, it'll just pop the ball up in the air really nicely. Also, that's nice and handy on the Thomas Golf products is the alignment aid at the back. Nice straight line right across the back of the golf club. Simply just sit that behind and point it where I want the ball to go. It seems madness that golf is a target-related game, yet every hybrid club I've ever picked up before is just a mass of curved lines. We've got a curve around the back, we've got a curved face, we've got horizontal lines across the front, but nothing that actually points to my target. Well, think about your putter. Your putter's a target-related game. That points exactly where you want the ball to go. Why not incorporate that into a hybrid golf club? So as I sit this behind the ball, the line points exactly where I want the ball to go. The ball position sits just ahead of centre. I make my normal iron swing and I hit down. The weight of the golf club just slides nicely underneath the ball and it pops the ball up in the air. And I'm going to claim that I hit that ball perfectly, which I did, by the way. But if I didn't hit the ball perfectly, if I hit it more to the toe, the heel, the top or the bottom, you'll really appreciate the forgiveness that this hybrid club gives you over and above a long iron. You try hitting a 3 iron out the toe and see how that feels on your fingers. But I tell you, you hit one of these golf clubs towards the toe, the heel, the top or the bottom, the feeling is just fantastic. It's got a nice lightweight graphite shaft in it, so it really gives me some good feedback as I swing. And because it's a lightweight shaft, I can actually swing nice and quick. A long, heavy steel 3 or 4 iron shaft can get a bit cumbersome, but the lightweight graphite shafts here really accelerate that club through the ball and whip it away. So here I'm playing off a small tee peg now. I'm going to play into a par 3 or a short par 4 where accuracy is a premium for me. I'm going to actually play the ball slightly nearer to my left side, slightly more ahead. Because it's on a tee, I can sweep this up into the air. A lot of people confuse the height of a tee peg. Just because it's on a tee, it doesn't need to be a massive tee peg. I want no more than half the top of the ball above the top of the golf club. So I just sit the top of the crown of the ball over the top of the club. That allows me just to slide the club underneath it. Slightly more forwards ball position, and again, sweep it away. Feel the club just slide under the back of the golf ball there, pop the ball up. It's a very nice high hanging flight. 5 hybrid here has got 27 degrees of loft on it, so it just pops the ball up into the air. So a really useful club and a great addition to your bag if you're struggling with your long irons. Check out our hybrid club and check out the Thomas Golf AT705s.